Hi everyone, welcome. My name's Bella. I wanted to hop on and do a video today about the high energies coming in right now for the super flower full blood moon in Sagittarius and the total lunar eclipse that's occurring on May 25th to the 26th, which is 4 days from now. Today is May 21st, 2021. So big changes are afoot. There's a lot of things coming in right now, issues with ego breaking and a major reset. So today I kind of just wanted to hop on, touch base energetically, pull a few cards, and then send a little bit of Reiki healing around the areas that need it, that come up in the cards. So that's sort of the plan for this video. First, I wanted to start off with my inbound prayer. I want to set the space, so I invite all of you to go ahead and get comfortable, light some sage, light some candles, shut the door, sort of just go inward and be in a place where you can be with yourself for a little bit and allow yourself to be vulnerable and honest with yourself about what may be coming up for you. So today I have my crystals with me, my favorite quartz crystal, got my sage as usual, and just feeling simple, minimal energies today right now, but I've been in a pretty good mood all morning, so I think that's probably why. So again, let's just set the space and get into these energies of protection. So blessed be on this morning of destiny. I'd like to cast a bubble of white protective light around us today. Only the light may be here, all else must go. I'd like to call in my guides to join us today. Any higher galactic counterparts who'd like to connect and assist, I call in my higher self and the higher selves of those participating today. Thank you everyone for being here. I call in my past selves, my future selves, parallel selves, and the ancestors, our deceased loved ones, the elementals, spirits, and fairies, in a request to assist us today in this healing with love. We call in the angels, archangels, and ascended masters to watch over and assist today. Please deliver any messages that need to come through right now. I choose to cleanse myself and release any and all negative thought forms, outdated contracts, or lingering negative energies that may be present and are no longer serving us for the highest good. All negative energies, unseen influences, or thought forms must go in love. We wish you love and open up a pathway of light for all those who wish to enter. This body is of the light, all else must go. I call upon the angels and my higher self to assist in protecting this home, surrounding our homes in love and light, disallowing any negative, unseen forces entry. Provide us today with the protection to create a space of love and healing surrounded by an armor of light, fully supported as we do the work of the light. I ask all beings in resonance with love and light to please assist us today and provide love, support, guidance, and wisdom with whatever needs to come through. To our higher selves, may we release any psychic bonds or cords which are draining our love light energies. I release any outdated thinking or blockages which are holding me back from my happiness or my development. We now place a shield up and seal all blockages and leakages. Please allow the highest potential energy today to be received by all who are open to it in the highest form of love and light possible. I choose to remember and experience and know that I am sovereign, I am free, I am unity, I am love. And so it is. So mote it be. I like to do a little protection prayer like that so that we're only interacting with positive beings and positive energies through this session. I really like to open up and tap in and sort of connect energetically with the energies of those listening as well. So I like to do a clearing to clear your space as well so that we create a two-way connection where information and energy is allowed to channel through without there being any interference, any trickster energy, any negative beings. I want to make it very clear that we are open today to receive guidance from the galactics and the angelics and other versions of ourselves, but only in the purest form of light and love, with no negative intentions or deception. So again, this is a video today discussing the super flower full blood moon in Sagittarius. And we also will be having a total lunar eclipse. And this is set to happen about 5 days from now. So I wanted to get this video out now so that we can really, because we're really going to be feeling these energies right now, and people, there's a lot going on politically, globally, and then in our own lives with work. I feel like there's just a lot of upheaval right now. So I was hoping to make this video as just sort of a support guide and some advice, and I'm hoping that some really interesting messages come through for us today. So I just wanted to talk about the importance astrologically and everything with this full moon, which is the flower moon, because we're in the middle of May, so everything is blooming, all the flowers are just alive, and there's fertilizer, and the garden, the veggies are starting to pop up. We're really moving into this lush energy of summer, moving from the spring to summer energy. So right now we're going to see this moon is going to appear red. It's going to be really creepy, but also why they call it a blood moon. So what this really is going to represent, with all of these happening at the same time right now for us, there's a lot of astrological alignments going on, energy portals opening up, and I know if you're listening to this, you can probably feel it. As a side note, I have the red moon total lunar eclipse ambient music going in the background. So I'm also going to light a little bit more sage. So right now, I invite you to take a couple deep breaths and relax and allow your mind to slow down, your brain waves to slow down if you can. If you're near a window, just take a look outside and appreciate what you see, even if you are on the total other side of the world and not moving into this summer energy right now, or even if you're living in a cooler climate, if you're living in the desert, just take a minute and look out your window and appreciate where nature is at right now, because I can really feel the earthly spirits and like fairy energy coming in right now. So a great way to connect with that is just to tap into this like youthful, playful, innocent energy where you're just open to explore and learn, and you're open to let go and not hold on to toxic energies. So right now, I feel the energies right now are really calling us for a mental and spiritual renewal, and that's sort of what these eclipses represent. So in astrology, a blood moon is said to bring about a sudden change or need to transform or shift our lives in a certain way. So this is sort of like the Tower card in tarot. So usually that can be scary, but it also is usually for the highest good. So we may be experiencing upheavals, these big things may be coming, shock, outrage, emotions like that. These things may be coming up for us right now, but if we let go of our emotional investment into the need to react a certain way and accept where we're at with things and flow with the energies, then I really feel like this could be an opportunity and a chance to, endings can always bring really great and better new beginnings. So that's the sort of energy template we're looking at right now, which can be rough, but it also can be exciting. So this full moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules over the higher mind and wisdom. It has this energy that allows us to focus on the bigger picture. We can sort of see things from a mature point of view, more expansive. Sagittarius is represented by the archer, the arrow of the archer. So this is sort of energy where we can set intentions and then aim them and then shoot the arrow in the direction of our goals. So even though our intention may guide the arrow and guide our journey, it's not necessarily always going to be in our control. It may land somewhere where we don't think it's going to land. And this is sort of us doing the best we can to steady our arrow. And also, so as the moon falls into this darkness for the eclipse, it's really symbolic of the earth going into complete darkness, us going into complete darkness, upheaval, but that is also symbolic of our own darker emotions rising to the surface. So all of the shadows that have been lurking behind the scenes, they're all going to suddenly come out and come into our awareness. But that's going to give us the opportunity to address them. It's sort of like Phoenix rising from the ashes energy. It's a reboot. So when these things fall and fail and we crumble, we always end up rising even more powerful. So eclipses represent an opening, really, of a portal into like a new and higher state of consciousness, but they can also stir within us super deep emotions that have been blocked and that have been clouding us from being able to see our path ahead. And again, this is an opportunity because we don't really want to keep going on with all this crap and gunk within us and carrying all this extra weight. Yeah, it may be easier because it's comfortable and we're used to it, but if we can take a moment and go through a little bit of a trauma to clear it out, we're going to be so much better off and happier. So we need to work to clear all that out. So mental pressure and physical weakness really give way to greater strength. So this is the work that needs to be done. It's our chance to overcome fear. Anything and everything we want to express right now, what we want to leave behind, and what we wish for the future are things that we should really be focusing on right now. So take a moment to just honor yourself and think about what is something that you want to express right now. Something creatively, something inside of you, a new aspect of yourself, a new way that you want to be, the person you've always wanted to be. Just take a moment to honor that, and then take a moment to think about something you want to leave behind that's blocking the way, that's preventing you. You're spending all your time worrying about this thing, so you can't work on this thing. So this is the time to leave that thing behind. And it may not be as traumatic as it might be for somebody else. Somebody else might have to go through a breakup. You might need to just cut out a toxic person that you've been wanting to cut out for a while, or stop doing a habit that you're sick of anyway, or just, that cut the fat, the extra stuff that is only holding you back. And then imagine what you would like for the future. Think 5-10 years from now. Just envision, without pressure or guilt or like this weird feeling of, oh well, I'll never get that. Just, if you had all the money, all the opportunity, anything you want, what would you want that to be? And then from there, is there any little thread you can pick so that you can take steps towards that thing that you want? Like in a practical way, so that maybe in 5 years, maybe you are a lot closer to that crazy dream that you never thought possible. So just take a minute and think about those things. Because the more we think about it, the more we make little plans, the more we'll be able to manifest these things. And that's, the energies right now are primed for that. That's the template we should really pour our energy into that would serve us the best right now. So the energy also right now is just sort of bringing relationships and things like that into sharper focus. So it's a good time to clean out our issues that we have with other people and within ourselves. So this eclipse, this black mirror sort of idea, is like showing you all of the darkness in you that needs to be looked at and sort of come up to the surface. Because it's like giving you a chance to be really quiet with yourself, reflected with yourself. And if you're in this black void of an eclipse energy, all you're going to be left with is yourself. So it's like a mirror right back at you, showing you right in your face, these are the things you need to work on. Which isn't easy, but again, it's for the best in the long run. So it's really going to heighten all of the things inside of you that you've been ignoring, suppressing, all your relationships that are out of alignment. Those things are all going to be very apparent during these energies right now. It's spring cleaning time, so and yeah, if you are feeling like you're in a really good place within yourself, you may not be experiencing this. You may be experiencing a reflection of serenity, calm, and this may be your reflection back to you that you're doing a really good job. But if that's not your experience and you are experiencing upheaval and a lot of shit coming up, then it's also important to not kick yourself or put added pressure, and just trust the process, surrender, and flow with these things. So if you're more on the spectrum of people that are going through it right now, any sort of shadow self is going to be mirrored back to you. So if you're a greedy person, any feeling of greed, jealousy, need for excess material, anything immoral, any immorality, any addiction tendencies as well, these things are all going to be coming up for us right now. So it's a really great time to look at these issues and see how you can work on them within yourself. If you have the tendency for any of these emotions, you don't need to tackle them all at once. Just pick one thing. Oh yeah, I've always been a jealous person. Oh, I've always, any dark side. And this is the time where you have to open up and be honest with yourself and really look at your shit and say this, and acknowledge it and say, yeah, this is coming up for me right now because I've been ignoring it. Now is a good time to address it. When things go dark, you see a mirror of your consciousness. So it's up to you. It's a really good time to do this work on yourself if this is something that you've been wanting to do. We can't lie to ourselves. I mean, we can, but that will only get us so far. And it's really just doing a disservice to yourself the longer you lie to yourself. But everyone has their own individual paths that they have to go through and their own experiences. So this is just part of the journey. We may have to live in denial for a while before we're going to see the truth about something. But the energies right now are sort of throwing all of that in our faces. So just be prepared. If you're somebody that wants to hold on to all that stuff, it's going to get harder and harder. This energy is only going to just ramp up. But on the flip side, it's a really great time to dive into these energies and feel good about it. Go dancing. And then being out in nature with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your animals. Go camping, have a bonfire. I've been gardening. I love it. Take time to plant, water, take care of your garden, connect with nature, ground in. We're in Taurus season right now. This is the perfect time for this grounding energy and this chill, connect with nature energy. So that will assist you when you have this hectic blood moon, lunar eclipse energy coming in. Because you then have the counterbalance of this Taurus energy where You can just sink into the earth and watch it, you know, be in the world but not of it. Experience what's going on around you, but don't give yourself into that. You can be the observer. But really connecting with nature right now is what is going to de-stress, detoxify your mind and your energy. We've really been in a pressure cooker for the last year plus with the pandemic, and it just seems that we're going from one major thing to another. We're just jumping around. There's political issues and wars and fear tactics and pinning race against each other and gender and sexuality and religion and belief systems and politics. There's so much pressure from the negative forces on the planet for us to oppose each other that we really should just be uniting. We should be doing the opposite. But this whole going from one major catastrophe, calamity to the other, with a pandemic to war to, you know, crazy presidency going on, it's really just giving us the opportunity to trigger. And that lets us process and heal our unhealed wounds. So it may on the surface look tragic and like all these things are going wrong. It's really bringing up to the surface what was never working, what we were avoiding and not wanting to look at. So triggers, yeah, they're triggering for people, but there's a reason that you're being triggered. It's because you're not healed. So if we can just turn our frame of reference and look at these things like an opportunity, it would really serve us right now. We'd all been trapped inside because of the pandemic, you know, so it really forced us into this pressure cooker energy. So everything is really just coming up to the surface so that we can work through it. And it's because of these energies we're moving into in our solar system. Ever since 2012, we've been moving into this area of the galaxy where it's just different energy, different photonic light coming from our sun. We're upgrading, but in order to upgrade, we have to release and clean out all the garbage to make room for the new. We can't bring our trauma and our baggage with us. So this is part of the process. It's like growing up. It's healing. It's being mature and honest. If we have this limited life on the planet, I want to get as much healed and out of the way as possible as soon as possible so that I can focus my energy on creating and helping others and bringing in new life and grounding in positive energy. But we can't do that if we're focused on the past in victim mode. Even if something wasn't your fault, we all have the responsibility to heal. If you want to be happy, take the opportunity to be happy for yourself. And this is hard. It's not easy, but it's for the higher. It's the best thing for our soul evolution. If this is something that's important to you, some people it's not. But I think if you're listening to this video, it is. The longer we resist it, the harder it's going to be. So if you think it's hard now, 2 years from now, it's going to be a lot harder. It's time to just surrender and be honest with yourself. And just allow this to be a void, a reflection period for you to transform. Things are just really heating up right now. But it's coming up as a mirror showing us how we're teetering right now on the edge. It's showing us what we need to let go of so that we can catapult into new earth. So I hope that sort of made sense. That's just sort of the energy I'm feeling coming in right now. I want to pull a couple cards from a couple different decks and really just sort of get an idea about areas to improve on. I really wanted this session to be Healing, yes, but more specified healing, more thematic healing, because the energies of this blood moon lunar eclipse are going to be so intense that now is really a good time to focus our own eternal energies and not get swept away in it. So I'm looking to the cards right now to sort of give us some advice on areas that could use a little help. Just a little bit of guidance in the right direction. I'm pulling from my new oracle deck called the Inner Child deck. Just got it. And it's funny enough, the back of the cards have a full moon on the back and flowers, birds, beautiful colors. It's like looking out the window. My window. Okay. So I'm going to pull 2 cards. First one I pulled was set boundaries. So this is telling us to take care of ourselves. We need to set boundaries for ourselves. We need to say no to things that are draining us and create space within our heart for our needs to come first every once in a while. So these are necessary practices for our well-being, and this isn't being selfish. This is taking care of ourselves, because we can't help anybody if we're not in an okay place. And, be wary of people, anybody who might be trying to shame you for putting yourself first, because those people are the ones putting themselves first. I mean, they attack you for needing time to retreat and take care of yourself, and they call you selfish. It's like, well, what is it you need from me then that I'm not giving you when I'm taking care of myself? So that's total gaslighting, and don't buy that crap. So, and setting boundaries is really important. We can overgive, we can be a people pleaser, but it's, at what cost? At what expense? Are we out of balance? Are we giving more? Are we, even with work, family, relationships, children, we need to make sure that we're accepting the same love for ourselves and in a place to receive. Because when good things come in, if we're not receptive to it, we're not going to be able to ever benefit from things or receive things. It's just good to tune your frame of mind to be more open and expecting of good things to happen. And you don't want to get run down. Like, it's going to be really easy right now to get run down. And so the next card I pulled sort of ties into that. It's go on an adventure. So is that a way that you could self-care and set a boundary? No, I can't do that for you this weekend. I'm going to go on a hike with my puppy. I am going to go do something I've never done before. I'm going to go have fun with my loved ones. I can't work those extra hours you're asking me to work. So today is the day to try something new. Explore just for fun and be a bit more daring. So this card is really telling us to practice living in the moment, to do something spontaneous, and to be okay with not having everything planned out or not having anything planned out. Just go on an adventure and have fun. Like when you were a kid. You didn't plan stuff when you were a kid. Don't let apprehension keep you from your new adventure. That feeling will fade, but the wonder that is to be found will surely not. And I can relate to that card because I really feel like I've told so many people no and went and did something for myself and had no regrets about that. Especially the whole guilt around traveling right now. Don't let people guilt you into not doing something fun and amazing that is going to benefit your soul. Especially if there's money concerned or concerns about the pandemic. When you're on your deathbed, you're not going to remember the times where you know, you're going to remember the memories you made where you were fun and carefree and you did things. It's been over a year in this pandemic, and I feel people's mental health is at a really bad place right now collectively, and it's time to be a little selfish and do some things for ourselves. It is time. We've earned it. So I want to pull another card or two, we'll see, from another oracle deck I just got. It's called the Halloween Oracle. So this is sort of asking for what shadow aspects of ourselves. I am doing this for the collective, as well as tuning into the individual energies of the people who are interacting with this video and connected in. So this card's for you. And even if you go back a ways from now and re-listen to this video, it's still going to pertain to you, because energy doesn't work on a linear basis. It just is. It's transdimensional. So let's see which shadow aspect we need to work on. Okay, I just pulled the Trick or Treat card, which is Mischief and Play. So that sort of goes along with the Go on an Adventure card I just pulled as well. Let's see what else we have. Okay, I pulled the Veil again, which I pulled the other day too. So I feel this must be important. So let's look at Trick or Treat first. So this is sort of a inner child card, really. I mean, the kids on the card are dressed up as in costume and they're going trick-or-treating. So I feel this energy is really calling out the fact that we're both mischievous and playful people at nature. And so all around us, we're going to have happy spirits and negative spirits. There's going to be this balance. And we're going to have that within ourselves. And there's an idea that causing a little bit of chaos is a little fun. There's enjoyment in that. And, you know, kids go trick-or-treating today. There's that trick-or-treat, you know, either I'll be a sweet little kid or I'll play a prank on you. And I feel this card is really just sort of this laughter, hiding behind a mask, just sort of being mischievous and taking a little bit of a risk. You know, when you're a kid and you're trick-or-treating and you know in your neighborhood, you know all your neighbors, but then maybe you go out to a different part of the neighborhood you've never been, and it's dark and you're only with a couple friends, and you dare someone to ring the creepy bell of this creepy old house, and this old witch lady answers. It's kind of that energy. It's like harmless, playful energy. So this might be a good time to examine the role of play and mischief in our own life. And really just let go and have fun. As an adult, we become too afraid to make mistakes that we don't just go out and do things. Where play is this way to alleviate pressure. And usually the pressure we put on ourselves to have everything perfect. But there's also that balance between manipulation and mischief. We don't want to hurt other people. We don't want to manipulate take advantage. So really balancing that. And it kind of goes along with the setting boundaries card too, really, is like balancing the energy of doing things for yourself and others and taking the time to just experience life without all this weird regret and self-hatred attached to it. It's just not a healthy energy to be in. So that may be out of balance for people. Maybe people are having like inner child wounds too, I'm kind of feeling. Like any abuse as a child or anything like that. You know, try to balance that dark side with the more playful, innocent side of childhood within yourself and sort of just think what that would mean for you. Okay, so the veil was the other one I pulled. So this is sort of talking about the future. It says, there's a misty curtain that divides us all, the veil that this night thins. Transparent, the weave becomes, and the future no longer dims. So there is a veil between our world and beyond. And around Beltane, that's the holiday we just experience, the pagan holiday of, you know, like May Day. People know that Halloween the veil thins, but it also 6 months after Halloween is Beltane, so the veil is doing the same thing then as well. So we're sort of still in that energy right now. So this means our ancestors are really close, and those that have crossed over are close. And so maybe it's a good time if you're interested in divination, connecting mediumship, anything like that. Now would be a really good time to do it. I don't know, maybe I feel somebody lost somebody close to them who's listening to this recently. This is a good time to reach out to them. They are there. They do want to connect with you, even if it's through dream state, meditative state, daydreaming state. Just try to reach out. Or if you just sit there and speak to them out loud, they will hear you. They are there. And just know that the other worlds are close. They're all around us, and they have messages they want to give us, but we need to listen and be open to that. And this could be something that would help you. If they have the perspective on the other side and no longer in the physical, maybe there's some sort of wisdom they can give you to help you with your future. And just because somebody's dead, though, doesn't mean that they're all-knowing. So there's always that balance to keep. But the overall message would really be to look towards what you want to happen and plan, set intentions, and think big. Okay. Finally, I would like to pull a few tarot cards. I haven't done this yet on this channel. But I'd like to do that and begin sending some Reiki around these issues, because I feel major themes I'm really feeling are shadow aspects coming up. We need to set boundaries. We need to make ourselves a priority. Self-care. Connect with these parts of us that we may have suppressed over this last year and a half of the pandemic, where we felt this need to be overly responsible and practical. This is now leading to our detriment. And we want to be able to slow down, connect with our more spiritual selves. If you have a spiritual practice you've been neglecting, now's a good time to start that back up. The world's starting to open back up. Things are, hopefully all of this crap is ending, which I do believe it is. So I want to pull a couple cards to see, a couple tarot cards to see what else. Any other advice? And this is again for the collective and anybody who's connecting with this energy right now, listening to this video. I'm going to take a moment and tap in and begin sending Reiki now to address these issues and seek healing and guidance around these issues. So take a minute and just breathe with yourself. I'm shuffling because I want to get these really mixed up. Take a couple deep breaths if you want to relight some more sage, now would be a good time. And think about some things that you could do to heed this advice. Do something playful. Yep, I just pulled the Chariot card first. So that is travel. That is going somewhere. That is movement. And I ask that these cards sort of tap us in and give us some direction, advice, some wisdom. And I am sending Reiki now. You should be able to feel the energies coming through. If you close your eyes and really sink into it. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, so the next card I pulled was the King of Cups. So this is going to be representative of an emotionally intelligent male, whether that's you or somebody in your life who this could represent. This is sort of the energy we want to embody right now. It could be symbolic of a water sign, somebody that's a master of their emotions, fatherly energy. It's stability, balance, emotional intelligence, a wise leader. So I pulled this card alongside the Chariot. So I feel either you as an independent, emotionally mature man will be traveling alone, or if you're a woman, feminine energy, you will be traveling with this energy. And this is what's going to benefit you right now, even if it's just a friend. I also pulled 3 more cards. So I pulled the King of Pentacles reversed, the 6 of Pentacles reversed, and the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So this to me seems like some money issues. The 6 of Pentacles reversed is sort of an issue with funding, plans being destroyed, reliability issues, a one-way flow of abundance where you're giving out more than you're getting in. A contract isn't being upheld. So this could also symbolize the card we pulled with we need to set boundaries. But this is, since it's Pentacles, it's going to be more financially. The 7 of Pentacles reversed is being pulled out of your comfort zone. It's usually our efforts are scattered. We're giving up too early, impatient. We're losing faith. We're frustrated with the rewards we're not getting. So I really feel that this, again, has to do with money. Maybe you want to travel, but you feel like you can't because of money. And then the King of Pentacles reversed. This could be symbolic of a masculine earth sign. It also could be issues with your career, not managing it well, not managing wealth well. It could be putting money before your relationships or obsessing over material wealth or greed. So that kind of goes back to what we were talking about before with if you have a tendency for greed or putting a lot of importance on wealth, the energies right now are going to be throwing that in your face. If you have any insecurities with money right now, it's going to be thrown in your face. You need to be able to be happy without it. Once you're happy without it, you will receive it. Putting too much pressure and importance on that is going to be blocking you from your dreams. Okay, let's see what else here. Getting a lot of pentacles right now. So there's definitely a lot of money. Yeah, I got the 2 of Pentacles upright next to the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles reversed is really all about needing greater self-discipline and feeling stuck. Someone that can be a workaholic or taking harmful shortcuts, lazy. So maybe this might be a gentle suggestion that the money issues may be coming from a lack of input. Not to say you're not trying, but maybe you're directing your energy in the wrong ways. But the Two of Pentacles upright to me is showing that a partnership would be beneficial. A business exchange between two people, or a collaboration, working, or it could be having two jobs. Could be having another form of revenue coming in for yourself. These are things to think about. These would be obstacles to think about. So we also have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which it can be bad luck and the ups and downs of life, but it also can be a resistance to change. And it also can be breaking a negative cycle. So I feel really looking inside yourself is needed right now, and being honest and real with yourself, which I said at the beginning of this reading. We're going to be going to some shadow aspects. So if you want to heal and you want to level up, these are some things to really look at with yourself. Yep. High Priestess. I just pulled the High Priestess upright. Which is healing. It's healing for yourself. So I also pulled the Magician reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. So the Ace of Wands reversed is kind of like old habits die hard. So the High Priestess is in the middle, and then I have the Magician on one side and the Ace of Wands on the other, both reversed. The Magician reverse is about trickery, deception, manipulation. And with this Ace of Wands, old habits die hard, return of old issues coming up, old patterns. It could also be an issue getting pregnant. I don't know. Creative blocks as well. So I think right now what this is saying is this inward healing of, do you have any toxic behaviors that are detrimental to you and the people around you? Are you manipulating people unknowingly even? Let's see what else we got. Okay. So next I pulled the Queen of Swords reversed, the Ten of Swords upright, and the Page of Wands reversed. So let's look at the swords first. Swords can represent action, words. They can be conflict. The Ten of Swords upright is a betrayal, or a painful ending, or a defeat. So this could be for those of us who are going through it right now. We're experiencing that right now. The Queen of Swords reverse could represent a feminine air sign. It could be feeling isolated, alienated, allowing our emotions to get the best of us. It could be a relationship clouding our vision and we're becoming cold-hearted and selfish. So I had asked the cards to show us some shadow aspects that need to come up to heal. So to me, this feels like a betrayal has led to somebody being a little bitter. So if there's anybody listening to this who, no judgment, no shame, I've been there, you know, that is, maybe that's for me. Maybe that's a shadow aspect of mine coming up, which I feel like I've healed that pretty well, but you know, it's called a shadow aspect for a reason. So We don't want to let our negative experiences influence our personality to that point. It's hard, but these are the things we can work on. So the Page of Wands reversed is somebody who is sort of saying one thing but doing another, and they're not really speaking their truth. It could also be the energy of nothing I try is working, I'm seeking a new spiritual path, having creator angst, and just feeling this unsettling need to redirect your energy. So that could be really a good thing, you know? Show us where we need to realign our energy. Okay. I'll do this last pull and then do one final overview card. Okay, so I just pulled the Nine of Cups upright. So this is somebody getting what they want, wish granted, your manifestation happening, your heart overflowing with love. I also pulled the Knight of Swords reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. So let's see what this could mean. This is interesting. Okay. So I feel this Nine of Cups is showing us if we want to achieve and manifest our overall goal, and this is calling out the masculine, it's not me, it's the cards. It's calling out the masculine, either you yourself or masculine around you is having these shadow aspects which are preventing you from reaching this happy manifestation, which you will, but these are these things we need to work on either in ourselves or with our relationships with others. Even if you're feminine energy, you could have these shadow aspect, this masculine energy shadow aspects inside of you. So the Knight of Swords reversed is sort of someone that's made a mistake. It's somebody that looks one way but is actually another. It's showcasing as one person, but you're really not. You could be selfish. It's this scattered energy. You could have impure intentions. And a lot of the times it's somebody that's hurt someone that they love. So if you have regret or guilt, that could be calling that out. If you need to forgive a masculine for hurting you, that could be calling out there. And then we also have the Knight of Cups reversed, which is a cowardly behavior. So a Knight of Cups upright is your classic romantic. It's a man who's in love and in touch with his emotions. He wears his heart on his sleeve. So the Knight of Cups reversed is going to be the opposite of that. It could be a jealous partner, someone who's sulky or moody, someone that has no sympathy or they're disconnected from reality. It could be somebody that's a player that doesn't have an open heart. I would cut him out, sis. That is toxic. That's blocking your happiness. Okay, and the final card, Eight of Pentacles reversed. I don't want this to be a negative note to end on, but this is really time to be honest with ourselves and call ourselves out. So Eight of Pentacles reversed is someone that's lazy and not putting enough effort in, or they're wasting their time or effort. Can also be a time where we're looking in and focusing on self-improvement, which is, I think, is a good thing. But it could also be like trying to find shortcuts or sporadic output, where we really need to focus and refine our energies if we want to see positive results. So those are all things we could really get honest with ourselves about. We can really look inward and say, am I doing any of these things? And if you're not ready to make the changes, don't make the changes. But if you're here because you do want to grow and heal, then I hope these things might have got juices flowing for you. Okay. So again, any anger, addiction, or dark sides that are coming up for you right now, don't kick yourself while you're down. Don't put pressure on yourself to just heal and be this perfect person. Just do what you can for yourself and acknowledge. If you recognize these shadow selves, at least when they come up, we may not be okay yet or healed, but at least we can recognize them and do our best so that we're not hurting the people around us. And that doesn't mean suppress and don't talk when you're upset. That's not what that means. It just means don't spew your energy like a fire hose onto people, innocent people that just want to go out and have lunch with you. So I'm sending Reiki to assist, and I have been this whole time, in healing those energies, to provide support and assistance with that. So drink a lot of ice water today. Go out, get some vitamin D, get some sun, play with your animals. And please like and subscribe to my channel. Like this video. And stay tuned for my next video, please. Just keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to be doing one for the summer solstice coming up. And also would like to do some more videos just about Reiki and channeling, crystals, stuff I haven't gotten a chance to yet, but keep an eye out. And if you're interested in sending any donations, my PayPal I'm going to post in the link below the description. Please share this video with people. I hope this energy I sent out to you today you could feel. I hope it benefited you. If you got anything out of it and would like to send a tip or donation, I would really appreciate it. So grateful that you're even here listening to my videos. So check out my older videos if you'd like, or if you want to wait till the next holiday they come up and they will pertain to you then. Check them out, share. And the last thing I just want to leave everyone with today is go spend time with flowers. This is the flower full moon. So go out, grow them, plant them, and just be with yourself. Sit in your garden. Notice all the birds and animals around you. I know I always say that in my videos, but it's seriously the best way to detox your energy. Give yourself some love and give some others some love. So until next time, this is BellaImelda. I love you all. I'm sending love, healing, one last blast of Reiki energy through this video. And until next time, hope you have an amazing day. And enjoy the full moon.